In the shadowy depths of the forest, where sunlight barely penetrates the canopy, a haunting sight emerges. A deer, once majestic and vibrant, now bears a grotesque wound, a festering mass of barnacles clinging to its flank. This is not a scene from a horror film, but a stark reality that unfolds in nature's cruel tapestry. The barnacles, typically associated with marine life, have found an unlikely host in this terrestrial creature, turning it into a living canvas of suffering. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, prepare yourself for a journey into the darker side of wildlife, where survival often comes at a harrowing cost. Barnacle infestation, scientifically known as sauropedia, occurs when these small crustaceans latch onto a host, often exploiting the unsuspecting victim's body as a breeding ground. While barnacles are usually found on rocks or the hulls of ships, their ability to adapt to various surfaces has led them to this unfortunate deer. Resembling grotesque, white tumors pierce the skin, drawing nutrients from the host while simultaneously causing immense pain and suffering. The deer's immune system, overburdened and unable to fend off this relentless invasion, becomes a battleground, leaving the creature vulnerable and weakened. Each barnacle, a tiny parasite, thrives at the expense of the deer's health, creating an unsettling image of nature's brutality. As the infestation spreads, the deer's once sleek coat becomes matted and dirty, a stark contrast to the vibrant life it once led. The barnacles, like unwelcome guests, multiply and grow, creating a grotesque spectacle that is both fascinating and horrifying. This grim reality serves as a reminder of nature's indifference, where the strong prey on the weak, and survival often comes with unimaginable suffering. Yet, as we observe this tragic scenario, one cannot help but draw parallels to the human condition. In our pursuit of progress and dominance over nature, we often forget the delicate balance that sustains life. Just as the deer suffers under the weight of barnacles, many species are pushed to the brink. In the vast, untamed wilderness of North America, where the sun sets in a blaze of orange, and the wind whispers secrets through the tall grasses, a creature roams that embodies the spirit of the wild. The bison, majestic and powerful, these gentle giants are often seen grazing peacefully, their massive frames silhouetted against the horizon. But today, we encounter a bison whose story is not one of grace and beauty, but of horror and suffering. As we draw closer, the sight is shocking. A grotesque wound festers on its side, a gruesome testament to nature's darker side. This is not merely an injury. It is a barnacle infestation, a phenomenon that transforms this noble beast into a living canvas of decay. Barnacles, those small, hard-shelled crustaceans that cling to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this bison. Typically, we associate barnacles with the ocean, but in a bizarre twist of fate, they have adapted to latch onto the bison's skin, creating a grotesque spectacle. The bison's once smooth hide is now a battlefield, pockmarked with clusters of barnacles that have burrowed into its flesh. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress of chitin, has established itself in a grotesque colony, feeding off the bison's nutrients and draining its vitality. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of nature's relentless cycle of life and death. As we delve deeper into this dark tale, we must understand the biology of these barnacles. They are not mere parasites. They are opportunistic organisms that thrive in environments where they can anchor themselves securely. In this case, the bison's skin provides an unexpected habitat. The barnacles secrete a powerful adhesive that allows them to cling tightly, making removal nearly impossible without causing further injury to the host. As they grow, they form a hard shell that protects them from predators. But at what cost to the bison? The wound becomes a festering sore, attracting flies and other scavengers, turning the bison into a living buffet for nature's opportunists. The infestation is not just a physical burden, it is a psychological one as well. The bison, once a symbol of strength and resilience, now bears the weight of its own body, struggling to move under the added burden of these crustacean invaders. Each step is a reminder of its plight, a painful shuffle through the grasslands that were once its domain. The barnacles, in their relentless pursuit of survival, have turned this majestic creature into a shadow of its former self, a living embodiment of suffering in the wild. But what does this say about the relationship between humans, animals, and nature? In our quest to dominate and control the natural world, we often overlook the delicate balance that exists within ecosystems. The bison, a creature that once roamed freely, is now a victim of a bizarre twist of fate. a reminder that nature can be both beautiful and brutal. As we marvel at the wonders of the animal kingdom, we must also confront the darker realities that lie beneath the surface. The barnacle infestation serves as a metaphor for the invasive forces that threaten the delicate balance of life, whether they be natural or human-induced. In a world where we often see ourselves as separate from nature, the plight of this bison challenges us to reconsider our role. Are we the guardians of the earth, or are we the unwitting architects of its destruction? In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down, and the air is thick with the scent of dry earth and wild grasses, a chilling scene unfolds. A leopard, the epitome of grace and power, now bears a horrific wound, a gaping, festering hole in its side, a gruesome testament to a battle not with another predator, but with a swarm of bees. This is not just any injury, it is a grotesque reminder of nature's darker side, where beauty and brutality coexist in a delicate balance. As we delve deeper into this unsettling tale, prepare yourself for a journey that intertwines the raw realities of wildlife with the often overlooked consequences of nature's intricate web. The leopard, a creature known for its stealth and strength, now finds itself in a precarious situation. The wound, a result of a beehive invasion, is not merely a surface injury. It is a gateway to a world of suffering. The bees, in their frantic defense of their home, have unleashed a torrent of stings, each one a tiny dagger piercing the leopard's flesh. The once proud feline, now a victim of its own curiosity, has become a canvas for nature's cruelty. The hive, nestled in the hollow of a tree, was a thriving community, but the leopard's intrusion turned it into a battleground. As the bees swarm, their tiny bodies collide with the leopard's fur, creating a chaotic dance of aggression. Each sting injects venom, causing the leopard's body to react in a symphony of pain and inflammation. The wound oozes a mixture of blood and lymphatic fluid, a grotesque cocktail that attracts even more insects, drawn to the scent of decay. The once majestic creature now resembles a living horror show, its sleek coat matted and stained, a stark contrast to the vibrant life that surrounds it. But what drives these bees to such ferocity? In the animal kingdom, survival is paramount, and the hive is a fortress. The bees, with their intricate social structure, are fiercely protective of their queen and their brood. When threatened, they unleash their collective fury, a phenomenon that can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The leopard, in its quest for a meal, has unwittingly become the enemy, and the consequences are dire. As we observe this tragic encounter, we must confront the unsettling reality of nature's design. The bees, often seen as harmless pollinators, reveal their darker side when provoked. Their stings, while a defense mechanism, can lead to severe consequences for larger animals. In this case, the leopard's wound is not just a physical injury, it is a reminder of the fragility of life in the wild. The balance of nature is delicate, and the repercussions of one creature's actions can ripple through the ecosystem in unforeseen ways. The infestation of bees on the leopard is a stark illustration of the interconnectedness of life. The bees, in their quest to protect their home, have inadvertently set off a chain reaction. The leopard, weakened and vulnerable, may become an easy target for other predators, or worse, succumb to infection. The very act of survival becomes a double-edged sword, where the instinct to hunt leads to a tragic downfall. As we reflect on this dark narrative, we must also consider the role of humans in this intricate web of life. Our encroachment into natural habitats disrupts the delicate balance that has existed for millennia. Bees, once thriving in their environment, now face challenges brought on by human activity, habitat destruction, pesticide use, and climate change. In our quest for progress, we often forget that we share this planet with countless other species, each playing a vital role in the ecosystem. In a world where we often view ourselves as separate from nature, the story of the leopard and the bees serves as a poignant reminder of our interconnectedness. The leopard's suffering is not just a tale of animal misfortune. It is a reflection of our own impact on the natural world. As we marvel at the beauty of wildlife, we must also confront the darker truths that lie beneath the surface. And as we conclude this unsettling journey, one can't help but chuckle at the irony of it all. Here we have a leopard, the king of the jungle, brought low by a swarm of tiny, buzzing creatures. It seems that even the fiercest of predators can find themselves in a sticky situation. Literally. So, the next time you hear a bee buzzing around, remember they may be small, but they pack a punch that even a leopard can't ignore. In the heart of the rugged plains, where the sun blazes down upon the vast expanse of grasslands, a creature of immense power and majesty roams, the bison. But today, we encounter a bison that tells a different story, one that chills the spine and brings a sense of unease. This bison, once a symbol of strength, now bears a horrific wound. A grotesque patchwork of barnacles clinging desperately to its side. Imagine a creature so grand, now marred by the very essence of nature's brutality. As we delve deeper into this unsettling scene, we reveal the dark reality of barnacle infestation, a phenomenon that transforms the bison from a majestic beast into a living canvas of horror. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous crustaceans, are notorious hitchhikers of the animal kingdom. They thrive in marine environments, but when they latch onto unsuspecting hosts, like our bison, they become a grotesque parasite. As the barnacles burrow into the bison's skin, they create open wounds that not only invite infection, but also cause immense pain. Bison, unable to shake off its unwanted guests, wanders the plains in agony, a living testament to the harsh realities of survival. Each barnacle, a small, hard shell, represents a battle lost against nature's relentless cycle of life and death. This infestation is not merely a physical ailment. It is a stark reminder of how interconnected life can be, often in the most disturbing ways. As we observe this unfortunate creature, we are forced to confront the ethical implications of our existence. Humans, in our quest for progress, have often disrupted the delicate balance of ecosystems, leading to situations where animals like this bison suffer in silence. The barnacles, while a natural occurrence, thrive in environments altered by human activity, pollution, and climate change, creating ideal conditions for these crustaceans to flourish. In this dark twist of fate, we see how our actions ripple through the natural world, often with devastating consequences. Yet, amidst the horror of this bison's plight, one cannot help but find a sliver of humor in the absurdity of nature's design. Who would have thought that a creature as formidable as a bison could be brought low by a cluster of tiny barnacles? It serves as a reminder that, in the grand tapestry of life, even the mightiest can fall prey to the smallest of foes. In the end, let us reflect on the interconnectedness of all living beings, and perhaps learn to tread more lightly on this earth we share.